Hi, I'm Heather Francis. This is Real TV Films, and tonight we're here at the premiere of Invisible. I'm standing here with director, writer Matthew Michael Ross. So awesome to be here. What an incredible film. You guys have already won 7 film festivals. Pretty amazing stuff. Can you please tell us a little bit about where your inspiration came from and how did you create the name Invisible for the title?
Well, Invisible was inspired by real people and real events. Some years back, I lost a good friend of mine to drugs and alcohol. During COVID, I went looking for him, only to find out that he had become homeless, was addicted to meth, and at the point where I was looking for him, he was nowhere to be found. So I was dealing with my own pain and frustration that I thought maybe there was something I could have done to save him. And I wrote Invisible as a catharsis for that pain I was feeling. And that's how the idea came about.
It's really beautiful when we can take our real life situations and turn it into poetry and art for other people to see. And I know that a lot of people are probably relating to your movie. It seems like that. Have you had any audience members or anybody say anything to you that has kind of made you feel like it was worth it to do this?
I think from the beginning, even when people were reading the script, everyone said, oh my goodness, I had somebody who I lost, suicide, drug addiction, whatever it was. And so when we started showing the film in the film festivals, a dozen or so people would come up to me and they were really moved by it. And they all said the same thing. I knew someone, I have someone, I'm dealing with that now. So yeah, I feel like it really opens the door to a lot of conversations about a very uncomfortable conversation, which is invisible pain, suffering, and things like that.
Yeah, very vulnerable topic for sure. Where did the title Invisible come from? Where were you when you said, oh my gosh, this is what I'm calling it?
That's an interesting question because the title of the film was not Invisible. I met a young woman who we were planning on producing the film together, and she suffered from something called CRPS, Complex Regional Pain Syndrome, which is a pain disease, regrettably labeled the suicide disease, because a lot of people don't make it from this pain. And we started talking, and I said, I really want my character Heather to have this ailment. And we worked together. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to continue working on the film because of her own physical problems. But at that point, Invisible was, she had said, I'm suffering with something invisible, an invisible disease. I'd never heard that before. So I thought at that point, Invisible had to be the title. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very great. I think it really is calling to people to understand a deeper side to the addiction and the recovery and everything that we're going through. Now, it seems like you have an incredible team for your production and crew. What was that like for you?
Well, everyone understands, if they're in the film business or not, that, it's not a one-man show. I mean, you are dependent and you are collaborating with so many different types of artists. First of all, our director of photography, who you'll meet later on, Rob Sweeney, did some of the most amazing shows, Entourage and Blackish, 6 Feet Under, and he was amazing to work with. I was just blessed to work with him before, so having him, and then my cast was phenomenal. So we got, just lucky to find the most amazing people. And yeah, everyone on the crew and on the cast was a pleasure to work with. And we fought for a really hard subject to make it as authentic and as beautiful as possible.
Now, with dealing with such a heavy topic on set, what were anything that you guys did to bring to light some fun, some humor throughout the day? Was there anything that stood out, or even just a memorable day on set?
Well, we always were had a real camaraderie on set. I'm not one of those kind of dark, brooding directors, but my lead actor Zebedee Rowe, who's amazing, we kind of, I was torturing him a lot in the, there was a lot of crying, there was a lot of just angst in the movie. So there was a time where he said to me, Matt, I don't think I have anything left. And I said, what, let's go with that. So we were always working to help each other find a way through whatever we were going through. And it was it was important to have that kind of camaraderie, especially with the subject matter and a kind of a dark story. You know.
Amazing. A couple more minutes. I know you're a busy man tonight, and I know you're going to go. Were you ever expecting to receive so many different awards from all the film festivals when you first started this project?
Absolutely not. I did not think. I did not think that an independent film, could get so many accolades and such awareness. And that's the reason I made the film, was all about awareness. Awareness for people suffering with CRPS, awareness with people that are suffering with addiction, homelessness, all of these issues, mental illness, big issue in my film, mental illness. And I just thought it was important to do it, and I really wasn't looking for like some kind of accolades. And then I remember we were at the first film festival, and my fiance and I, it was the last award was the big one, like in the Academy Awards, and I was like, okay, let's go. And they were like, and the award for Best Picture goes to Invisible, and I was like, just jaw dropped. So yeah, it's nice to get these wonderful accolades, but really, I want the audience to see the film. And it's coming out on September 2nd on Amazon Prime, and so I really hope it's going to touch people's hearts.
I absolutely can see that it's going to. Great cast, amazing crew. Congratulations to you and all of these amazing, everything that's going on for you. We look forward to seeing it tonight and on Amazon. Is there anything else you want the audience to know?
I would like the audience to know that we need more independent films. We need voices that are not, created from the corporations. We've had enough repeats and three-peats and prequels and sequels. We really need some people to tell real stories, and I think that's what the human condition needs right now. With all of the struggles we're having in the world, we really do need voices, and I hope I can help other people say, I can do it also,
I couldn't agree with you more. We need vulnerability and substance, right? We definitely need that.
Vulnerability and substance, those are the two things we need in filmmaking today.
Well, thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening tonight. We look forward to watching it.
Thank you. My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you.